All right, so this side of the worksheet is the side that is required for homework. And we're just going to go through how to evaluate and condense and simplify all of these. So the log base 8 of 8 is equal to 1 because 8 to the power of 1 is 8. Remember, evaluate means find the exponent. It says meaning find the number, but that's really the exponent in most cases if it's a logarithm. The natural log of e is also 1 because e to what power is e? 1. 2 to what power is 1 over 64? So it's got to be negative to make it a fraction. And 2 to the 6th is 64. So 2 to the negative 6th is 1 over 64. For number 4, I can't raise 5 to a nice power to get 35 or to get 7. So I should condense first, make this the log base 5 of 35 divided by 7, which is the log base 5 of 5. 5 to what power equals 5? That answer is 1. 9 to what power is 81? 2. E to the natural log of 8, that's one of our properties. A natural log inside of an exponent base e cancels out, so that's 8. Now that same rule doesn't apply if you have the addition of logarithms. You can have multiple logarithms in your exponent, so this should be 4 to the log base 4. We've got to condense this. So if these two logarithms are being added together, we multiply them to get 6 times 7 is 42. And then this is when you can say 4 to the log base 4 cancels because they're inverse operations, and you get 42. Again, for number 8, 12 to a power is not 72. 12 to a nice power, I should say, is not 2. So we've got to condense this first. Log base 12 of 72 times 2 is 144. 12 to what power is 144? That answer is 2. Switch colors so my work doesn't run together. Number 9 is like number 7. I can't say that this is 8 minus 4. I have to condense first. So this is e to the natural log of 8 divided by 4, which is 2. And that answer is 2. All of these base 10s do not become nice powers to get 30 or 1/12 or 2. So I've got to condense them first. This is the log base 10 of 30 times 1/12 times 2. 30 times 2 is 60 times 1/12. 60 times 1/12 is 5. The log base 10 of 5, it kind of seems like we want to simplify that because 10 and 5 are related, but it's not a nice exponent. It would be some sort of decimal if you type log 5 in your calculator. So we'll just leave it like that. For number 11, I could condense this, or these terms can simplify. I always check that first. The natural log of e to the 5th is just 5, and the natural log of e is 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. If I would have condensed first, I would have had natural log of e to the 5th over e, which is natural log of e to the 4th, which still gives me the same answer. On number 12, base 10 and log base 10 cancel. You're left with 7. Negative 4/3 plus the cube root of e to the 4th is 4/3. So this is negative 4/3 plus 4/3. So that's 0. Natural log of e is 1 plus 3 is 4. Natural log of 1 is 0. Log base 5 of 5 is 1. 5 to what power is 5? These two, natural log of e and natural log of 1, if you're having trouble with those, it's worth just studying them. Natural log of e equals 1. Natural log of 1 equals 0. The y on those is because you're saying e to what power equals e, and e to what power equals 1. So the answer for this one is 1. The answer for this one is 0. 2 to what power is negative 8? That's not possible. 2 cubed is 8. 2 to the negative 3 is 1 over 8. But you can't raise a positive number to a power and force it to be negative. So no solution. I can't raise 6 to a nice power to get 8. I can't raise 8 to a nice power to get 7. And on top of that, these logs are being multiplied, so we don't have a way to condense. So this is the change of base formula. I can make log base 6 of 8 log 8 over log 6. I can make log base 8 of 7 log 7 over log 8. The log 8's cancel. That leaves me with log 7 over log 6. You should reverse change of base, meaning instead of taking it from here to the fraction, take it from the fraction back to this form. Log base 6 of 7. Just to see if you can simplify that any further, 6 does not raise to a nice power to get 7, so I would leave it like that. 27 to what power is 1 over 27? That's negative 1. No base showing, a common log is base 10. 10 to what power is 100? 2. Natural log of e again is 1. 21, condense first. E to the natural log of 4 times 9 is 36. Now you can cancel, so your answer is 36. 16 to a nice power is not 25, so we've got to work on this. Condense this first. Log base 16 of 25 over 100. That's the log base 16 of 1/4. Okay, so how do we go from 16 to 1/4? It's got to be a negative exponent, right? Because it's going from a whole number to a fraction. And the relationship between 16 and 4 is square root of 16 equals 4. So if it's negative 1/2, that's going to work because that's going to make it 1 over square root of 16. So negative 1/2 is that answer. Log base a of a to the 7th is 7. They're showing you the answer when we give you the same base raised to a power. The log of 1 over 10, remember this is base 10, so that's negative 1. 10 to the negative 1 is 1/10. Each of these terms can be simplified. You can't condense them because remember these are not logs, so be careful with that. E to the natural log of 4 is 4, plus e to the natural log of 3 is 3, minus last one is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. This one's a little tricky with the square root in there. So first number is 6. Log base 6 of 7 is 7. And then it's kind of hard to think about 49 to what power is square root of 7. But what about this 4 in front? You can make your life a little easier if you do that. What's radical 7 to the 4th power? Might be easier if you change radical 7 to 7 to the 1/2. Power to a power is multiply. So the square root of 7 to the 4th is the same as 7 squared, or 49. So 7 from the first term minus log of 49, log base 49 of 49. So that was just me applying this 4th power, going from there. And then it's easy. Log base 49 of 49 is 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. So kind of a tricky problem. Natural log of 0 is no solution. Remember, you can't natural log or log 0 or anything negative. That goes for log base a as well. Can't do 0. Can't do negative. Excuse me. Log base 4 of 4 to the 6th. Don't figure out what 4 to the 6th is. Just cancel those and say the answer is 6. 5 times the log of 10 is the same as 5 times 1. Log base 8 of 0, no solution. We just said any base, if you're logging 0, you can't do that. You can't raise 8 to a power and cause it to be 0. right? This is write each logarithm as a single quantity. In other words, condense. Get my pen working again. Hold on. So in other words, we are being asked to condense into one log. So always take the number out in front. Well, sorry. You can do two things to start this. The number out in front can be distributed so that it can become an exponent. Or we could condense inside of the logs first. So I could make this the log base A of 8 times x minus this one. I can't, these two things are being added inside the logarithm. There's nothing to condense down. So I am going to make this 5 an exponent. So x squared plus 2 to the 5th is inside of this logarithm. And then this 1/3 should go on the 8x. So log base A of the cube root of 8x minus log base A of x squared plus 2 to the 5th. Cube root of 8x simplifies a little bit. Log base A of 2 cube root of x minus log base A of x squared plus 2 to the 5th. Condense that down to a single logarithm. So log base A of 2 cube root of x is in the top of a fraction, and x squared plus 2 to the 5th is in the bottom of the fraction since it was subtracted. And so now I got it down to a single logarithm. Right is the sum, difference, or multiple of logarithms. So that is a long way of saying expand. All right, so you have two different things in this logarithm to begin with that are being multiplied. So make sure you write the base number, log base 4 of x plus log base 4 of x plus 2 to the 4th. You're not fully simplified until you get rid of your exponents that are inside of the logarithm. So log base 4 of x plus 4 log base 4 of x plus 2. And there's no way to split up or expand an x plus 2 or an x minus 2 in a logarithm. So this is as far as it goes. Final problem, we have a 6 and an x and a square root of x squared plus 1. So this should expand out into 3 logs. Log base A of 6 plus log base A of x minus log base A of the square root of x squared plus 1. The only exponent I see is the square root, so the log base A of 6 plus the log base A of x minus 1/2 times the log base A of x squared plus 1. And there's nothing else to do because x squared plus 1, I can't separate that any further and can't be simplified. All right, that's it for this video. If you need more help with logarithms, make sure you're planning to come to office hours Wednesday or Thursday.